Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is almost 5:30 in the morning. I'm literally just arrived at the gym. Big shout out to you, Quabs, because you've literally been the guy that's been motivating me to now come to the gym in the mornings again. And bro, I've been loving it. I want to try and start doing these talking vlogs where I share maybe like a devotional or a message or something I've learned in my day-to-day life. It is extremely difficult because, of course, life is life and obviously trying to make time for things like this is something that I want to sincerely do. And so, by the grace of God, I'm hoping that I'll be able to continue doing this. I tried to do a vlog, tried to create a video yesterday, which is actually following on from today's devotional. So I'm starting a new devotional, and by the grace of God, the plan is that I'll be able to share a part of it, maybe even read out the devotional somehow throughout the vlog. As me and Quaz are working out, so I'll probably just be recording us. That by the grace of God, you'll be empowered, you may be enlightened, maybe learn something from as well. And so yeah, but today's first devotional is about how to experience life, or how to experience His presence, Jesus Christ, in your everyday life. And it's talked about how easy it is for us to lose His presence or lose being in His presence than it is to find Him sometimes. And I literally just completed a 21-day Daniel fast just to kind of like get myself back right with God, to really be aligned with Him once again. And also just to challenge my body as well, because doing a Daniel fast is very different. Like from the food obviously you can and cannot eat. It really challenged me mentally, and even just spiritually as well, because yeah, I'm trying to consistently be in God's presence, consistently trying to obviously rebuild my relationship again, obviously with Him, or re-establish my relationship with Him, should I say. And of course, when you have things within life, obviously distracting you or trying to push you away, etc., or pulling you different angles, you just have to continuously remind yourself of Him and that you have to be reliant and dependent upon Him. And so this is what I tried to vlog or tried to record yesterday. But it was very difficult to kind of do in my room. And I'm struggling to speak obviously on camera, which is something now I'm trying to work on. And so by the grace of God, the more I do this, the more comfortable I get. But in the devotional, it taught me that how it took Mary and Joseph a day's journey away to then come and realize that Jesus was not in their presence. And in my head, I'm thinking like, and then it took them 3 days to then find Jesus again. And then what's even more mad is what Jesus obviously then responded in Luke chapter 2, which again also baffled his mom and dad, because basically when they found him after the 3 days, they said, so when they saw him, this is Luke chapter 2, reading from verse 48, it said, so when they saw him, they were amazed, and his mother said to him, son, why have you done this to us? Look, Father and I have sought you anxiously. And he said to them, why did you seek me? Did you not know that I must be about my Father's business? And then reading verse 50 says, but they did not understand the statement which he spoke. And it's like, yo, this is Jesus still as a child. And he's literally speaking these like parables already. And his own mom and dad don't understand what he's saying. But at one point I was thinking to myself, as I can imagine myself obviously as a parent, by the grace of God, obviously we get married and stuff, like losing your child and only realizing a day on your way's journey that Jesus is not with you, and then taking you 3 days to then come and find him. When you do find him, this is what he's telling you. I'm like, what? But yeah, again, it's just a gentle reminder that we need to be in the Lord's presence every single day. By the grace of God, in our walk with him, we draw closer obviously to him. We don't drift away from his presence, and that we can invite him into every single aspect of our life. There's nothing too big or too small that you cannot invite Jesus Christ to be in. And so yeah, I'm about to go get this workout in now. I don't even know what I'm going to be working out with Quabs, but by the grace of God, it'll be a good workout. I am tired. I literally just got up and just came. I literally had a pair and literally just came, but going to try and record and work out. So, yeah, grace and peace. Life is busy and filled with distractions. It's so easy to get caught up in our cares, errands, and worries that we lose sight of what matters most. Bro, when are we starting the Bible plan as well?
You know what, Monday.
Monday?
This Monday, yeah.
All right. Luke chapter 2 shares a short story of how Jesus' parents would travel to Jerusalem every year for the Passover feast. You could say that it was almost a routine, habitual. But this particular year, Mary and Joseph had lost Jesus after one day's travel already on their way back. But I think what's unique here is where they must have been looking for Jesus that it took them 3 days. I mean, this is the Savior we're talking about. Of course, he's still a boy, but where would be the first place you would look for if you knew that your son was the Savior of the universe? Shout out to all the early birds that come to the gym at this time, man, because the message here is that it's easier to lose that special presence we have with God than it is to get it back once we've lost it. We need to be careful to remain in the presence of God always. When we do, we make God feel at home in our hearts. This simply starts with being obedient to His word. A commitment to turn from behavior that offends God is the number one sign of spiritual maturity. It shows you care about what He thinks. That means we choose to be generous towards others. We learn to forgive, letting go of the offenses, and live in peace and harmony. Man said you have to be wicked that in faith. What does that mean?
That way we become righteous.
Huh?
You work harder than the wicked. You become righteous.
That math is not my thing.
I'm not missing my blessing of the day. My blessing is, you see, well, you're gonna keep on going. What are you gonna do after this? Work. And then after work, what are you gonna do?
Sleep.
Little nap after that.
Man said nap.
After that, bro, you can get some work done. You can start editing this.
To be fair, I'm praying that this thing even recorded.
Yeah.
Because I need to get, I've got like the little muffle for it to avoid that noise. So, but I'm hoping that it just picks up naturally.
Oh, okay.
And I've got like this editing thing anyway, so it should be fine.
Yeah.
So
that's calm. Anyways, bro. Tomorrow. I'm not calling tomorrow.
You're good.
Yeah, go to the gym right there. But what do you call it? Monday. That'll be your time. Like, get it.
Say no more. And a bit, bro. When we choose to be intentional with our words, giving thanks to God and lifting up others, we'll feel connected to God all throughout the day. My humble prayer is that you continuously invite and make a home for God in your life, that you embody and disciple in His likeness. Catch you guys in the next video. Grace and peace.